maaf ya, tapi kali ini kameranya nggak nyala nih, nggak tahu. Tapi semoga tidak menjadi halangan ya. Ini pertemuan terakhir ya. Jadi kita akan membahas sisa-sisa, bukan sisa-sisa juga. Maksudnya yang belum ya, yang belum kita bahas minggu lalu ya. Oke, setelah Farhan ya. Oke, saya lihat dulu. Nah, setelah Farhan berarti saya ya. Mari kita saksikan Reina seperti apa.
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Arashifarullah. My name is Reina Kusumawardani, and today I would like to present my research proposal titled The Impact of Islamic Inheritance Law Implementation on Economic Productivity and Family Welfare in Surabaya within the framework of Sharia economy. This research focuses on how the religious rules of inheritance affect real-world economic outcomes in an urban setting. Okay, let's begin with the introduction and why is this topic important. Often, Islamic inheritance law or faraid is seen merely as a legal formality, just a way to split money when someone passes away. However, my research argues that it is much more than that. Faraid is mechanism for equitable wealth distribution.
Oke, ya, jadi sudah cukup bagus ya. Bahasa Inggrisnya juga, Reina. Bisa terdeteksi dengan baik oleh mesin ya. Kemudian yang saya sukai adalah dia eye contact-nya juga ada ya. Eye contact-nya ke pemirsa itu juga ada ya. Ya. Oke, terima kasih. Kita lanjutkan yang lain ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Aditya Habibillah. I am from C class. My number name is 078 in the last. So I'm here. I will share my progress for my thesis, this is my thesis with the title of the influence of Islamic financial literacy, perceived ease, perceived security, and perceived usefulness on the interest in using QRIS as a digital payment tools in halal food, in UMKM or MSMS. Okay, for the first chapter, the background of study. My background of study is digital technology has transformed human life, communication, education, and economic. And digital transformation drive the rise of fintech or financial technology. The fintech enhance efficiency, transparency, and automation in financial service. Indonesia has experienced a surge in e-money and QRIS adoption. And the last, QRIS simplifies cashless payment via QRIS scans, aligning with digital economic goals. Stay on data on digital growth in Indonesia. For internet users, Indonesia increased steadily from 2000.
Nah, saya nggak tahu ya. Apa tadi namanya ya? Nanti dia ya. Apa presentasimu kecil banget ya? Dan itu suaranya juga kecil ya. Kemudian ada kata-kata tertentu yang mesin tidak bisa mendeteksi perkataan. Ya. Nah, berarti itu harus diperbaiki pronunciation ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I Fadila Saputri dengan NIM 220811949096. I will presentation my skripsi entitled The Impact of Transparency, Empathy, and Social Influence.
I will present it ya. Nah, jadi I will present it atau I will present ya. Kemudian skripsi itu kan nanti barat itu nggak ada ya. Nah, biasanya pakai istilah undergraduate passing. Ya.
On the donation interest of Generation Z on crowdfunding platform kitabisa.com. Background, global development driven by the fourth industrial revolution and rapid advance in information technology have reached to vintage. A mechanism for raising funds from the general public through web-based platform with a rapid growth in the social and charitable sectors. A new era in credible practice in market by a shift from offline to online donation facilitated by platforms such as kitabisa.com. Public scapegoating regarding the transparency of fund usage, low empathy among the younger generation, and suboptimal social influence in acquiring interest in donation. Online donation face a serious crisis of confidence due to rampant fraud and false credible information. Next, problem identification. One, there is a gap between the enormous potential of Generation Z as digital native and their low level of participation in donation. Two, there is still skepticism about online donation platform due to issues of transparency and online fraud. Three, low empathy among some Gen Z towards humanity.
Oke ya, juga lumayan ya. Saya gitu, gila ya. Sebetulnya sama seperti yang lain, kalau bisa kasih eye contact untuk pemirsa ya. Tapi ini formatnya bagus ya, formatnya bagus walaupun agak kecilan juga sih PowerPoint-nya ya. Kita jadi nggak bisa baca saya ya. Nah, Jadi ketika PowerPoint nggak bisa dibaca, apalagi kalau misalkan kayak saya nih lagi hujan itu di luar ya, terus eh, jalannya juga lagi ramai itu, nah itu very noise ya. Nah, akhirnya yang saya andalkan hanya itu mau ya apa namanya closed caption itu ya. Ketika si mesin itu tidak bisa mendeteksi apa perkataanmu dan saya juga tidak bisa membaca teksmu yang terlalu kecil, akhirnya saya jadi nggak ngerti ya. Jadi itu mungkin masukan untuk yang lain juga ya. Eh, Memang walaupun presentasimu bagus, kadang-kadang PowerPoint-nya juga penting ya, bisa readable gitu ya, bisa kekecilan ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduction myself. My name is Kelly Suciati Maisa. I will present the result of my research proposal. The title of my research analysis of the impact of water research management by village-owned enterprises on community welfare through the perspective of Islamic economy. First, let's look at the abstract. Water is a vital resource that supports human life. Its productive use can enhance the welfare of rural communities. Village-owned enterprises play a strategic role in managing local potential, include water research into productive economic activities. However, the effectiveness of this management depends on managerial capacity, community participation, and the application of Islamic economic principles. This study aims to evaluate the impact of water management by BAMDES on community welfare on, and examine fair and sustainability management practice. Next, problem statement. How do BAMDES manage water resource potential in village? To what extent are Islamic economic practices applied in water management by BAMDES? 3. What factors support or hinder the effectiveness of water management by BAMDES? 4. How does water resource management impact the social and economic welfare of village community? Next, research objective. Want to evaluate the management of water research potential by BUMDES. 2. To examine the application of Islamic economic participation in water management. 3. To identify supporting and inhibiting.
Nah ini bagus ya, eh, tulisannya jelas terlihat besar gitu ya. Kemudian Inggrisnya juga lumayan, bisa terdeteksi oleh mesin ya. Ya, tapi eye contactnya agak kurang ya kayaknya. Tapi ini pakai software apa ya? Bisa begini ya. Jadi apa aja kali?
Saya pakai Canva, Bapak.
Canva.
Iya,
Oh, Canva bisa begini juga.
iya Bapak, bisa.
Oke, oke, oke. Ya, bagus ini ya. Jadi tetap terlihat PowerPoint-nya dan wajahmu juga jelas. Tinggal eye contact sama pemirsa ya. Dilatih ya. Yun bukannya sudah ya? Tidak. Oh, iya.
Sudah, Bapak.
Sudah ya?
Kemarin itu tidak seperti itu, Bapak, kemarin.
Gimana?
Kayak saya kemarin sudah. Kemarin itu tata letaknya tidak seperti ini, Bapak panjenengan.
Oh, lah ya makanya. Ini berarti yang nanti kalau yang sudah bilang ya. Saya nggak apel juga yang sudah siapa yang belum biasa ya.
Iya, Bapak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Di sini saya akan mempresentasikan PowerPoint tentang skripsi saya yang berjudul Efektivitas Program Pendampingan Sertifikasi Halal dalam Meningkatkan Legalitas Usaha UMKM. Untuk background, the Halal Certification Program is an important effort in improving the legality and competitiveness of MSMEs, but many business actors still experience obstacles such as lack of understanding of procedures and administrative limitations. To answer this, the Halal Certification Assistance Program comes as a solution in helping MSMEs understand the flow, prepare document, and speed up the submission process. This study aims to assess the effectiveness of the mentoring program in improving the legality of MSME business. Problem formulation. First, how is the implementation of the Halal Certification Assistance Program for MSMEs? 2. How effective is the Halal Certification Assistance Program in improving the legality of MSME business? And third, what are the factors that support and hinder the effectiveness of the Halal Certification Assistance Program? Research purpose. To describe the implementation of the Halal Certification Assistance Program for MSMEs, to analyze the effectiveness of the Halal Certification Assistance Program, improving the legality of MSME business. To identify the supporting and inhibiting factors for the effectiveness of the Halal Certification Assistance Program. Research benefits. This research is expected to provide theoretical and practical benefits. Theoretically, this research can enrich the
Oke, Arsi ya, Arsi sudah bagus. Kata-katanya terdeteksi dengan baik ya oleh mesin ya. Cuma sama seperti yang lain ya, eye contact-nya ke pemirsa belum ada ya. Jadi kita akhirnya sibuk melihat tulisan ya, tidak sibuk melihat dirimu untuk tampil ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Kanzari Kifadia, it's student identification number 123. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Dr. Al-Arshifahullah SSMSE as the lecturer of the English course. My research is entitled The Influence of Islamic Work Ethics on the Level of Participation of Generation Z Muslims in Gig Economy in Indonesia. This research is motivated by the fact that the gig economy emerged as a result of new contract patterns and work organization that were sparked by technological changes, globalization, and the weakening of labor unions from Woodcock and Gorham 2019. The gig economy is in line with the spirit of flexibility and entrepreneurship, so that it is relevant to the trend of various jobs in the future, from Kessler 2018 and Manica et al. 2016. However, some say the gig economy is a continuation of the exploitative practice of neoliberalism in which capital owners control workers entirely by utilizing the confusion of the term partnership from Fleming 2017 and Zwick 2018. The gig economy is seen as a new opportunity amid limited formal sector jobs in Indonesia. Secornas, in February 2025, stated the workers in the informal sector 59.4% were formal workers at only 40.6%.
Ya, oke ya. Anda juga sudah lumayan sebetulnya ya bahasa Inggrisnya. Cuman eh saran saya jangan dibaca semua ya. Kan seperti yang sudah saya sampaikan minggu lalu ya bahwa eh pemirsa itu juga ingin melihat Anda menjelaskan ya, Anda menjelaskan dan juga sibuk membaca sendiri ya. Tapi overall Inggrisnya sudah oke lah ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Nabila Asana Sapana. I will presentation my thesis with title Customer Experience, Religiosity and Social Status and Determinant of Tourist Visiting Discussion in East Java, a case study of halal tourism at the Al Akbar National Mosque in Surabaya. The background: tourism is a pivotal sector for achieving state revenue. The tourism industry processes the capital to stimulate the national economy, particularly in developing nations such as Indonesia. It is among the sectors witness rapid economic growth, 3B being regarded as a significant contributor to overall economic advance. The tourism sector is anticipated to generate employment opportunity for local residents and foster increased business prospects for entrepreneurs. Globalization has altered certain individual perception of the halal concept. Public awareness of
Nah, saya nggak tahu ya. Saya tidak tahu kenapa closed captionnya itu tidak berfungsi di video ya. Sehingga kata-katamu tidak terdeteksi ya. Kemudian sebetulnya tadi openingnya sudah bagus ya. Walaupun nggak ada teksnya itu saya bisa memahami perkataanmu. Cuma begitu masuk background ini, nah pusing saya ya. Ya terlalu banyak tulisan. Wah, dan laki-laki sama seperti temanmu ya. Eye contact-nya ke pemirsa ini belum ada. Ya. Oke, tapi kalau bahasa Inggrisnya secara umum sudah lumayan ya.
wabarakatuh. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here today. We are honored to have this opportunity to share our presentation with you. So let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Atin Sofi, NIM 1042, and I'm from class C. Today I would like to explain about the research that I do. So let me explain about it. So the title is The Influence of Religiosity and Belief on the Decision to Do Not Change Study of Indomaret Consumer in Surabaya City. Next, the background of the study. The most important, Indonesia is widely known as a country with a high level of generosity. The culture of mutual cooperation, mutual aid, and sharing has become part of the nation's social identity. Citation from Abudin and Cahyadi 2023. International organizations emphasize that Indonesia ranks 10 in the world in the terms of the percentage of its population who donates. For example, the World Giving Report 2024 states that 18.2% of the population participate in donations, with donation taking various forms.
Ya, ini saya tak tahu juga hasil ini nggak bisa dibuka juga ini transkripsinya ya. Jadi kita terpaksa harus mendengarkan. Secara umum sih pronunciation-nya sudah bagus ya. Cuman ya sama seperti yang lain ya, Anda masih sangat sibuk membaca ya. Kemudian melihat slide-mu ini begitu banyak tulisan itu, kayaknya pemirsanya juga sudah ini ya, apa namanya, sudah nggak sempat dibedakannya. Tadi sebetulnya Adin tadi kayak ngomong apa ya, semacam sedikit kesimpulan gitu ya. Tak kira kamu menyimpulkan di slide ini ya, tapi ternyata juga bablas ya dibaca terus gitu ya. Jadi lain waktu Anda itu harus paham betul apa itu slide Anda ya. Jadi ibaratnya gitu ya, ibaratnya dalam kasus-kasus tertentu Anda ini dikejar waktu ya. Anda dikejar waktu, waktunya mepet. Nah, gimana caranya ya? Walaupun slide-mu itu masih banyak, itu Anda bisa menyingkat satu slide itu jadi satu kalimat gitu misalkan ya. Jadi slide-nya itu cepat habis. Ya. Itu membutuhkan jam terbang juga ya, jadi mesti banyak latihan ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. The Honorable Mr. Arasifalullah as a lecturer of Islamic Economics English and happy classmates. Here I will present my thesis entitled Representation of Muamalah Maliyah Ethics based on acidics on social media, Instagram and TikTok, a study of Gen Z Muslim influencer in Indonesia. In order to fulfill the assignment given in the Islamic Economics English course. Well, table of contents. Number 1 is introduction, next then problem formulation, and finally the research objective. introduction or philosophy. The development of technology today has transformed patterns of interaction and behavior in economics activities. Technology now allows people to easily conduct transactions through digital platforms, especially economics problem. Muamalah ethics in is acidic object social media subject Gen Z Muslim in Indonesia. Next. Next is then problem formulation.
Oke, secara umum juga cukup fokus ya kata-katanya terdetek semua ya. High context-nya yang kurang. Terus itu ada beberapa bagian dari PowerPoint itu yang masih berbahasa Indonesia ya, jadi besar lagi ya. Itu nanti kalau kamu ada yang dari luar negeri bingung gitu ya. What is rumusan masalah? Gitu ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dinda Novalin Sutrisno Putri with name 220811947172. We will present the result of my research proposal in chapter 1 to
Dinda, pertemuan kemarin juga sudah, Bapak.
Ya, sudah ini ya.
Iya, Pak, sudah.
Oh, ya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nadila Molia. On this occasion, I will present my research entitled The Influence of Religiosity, Transparency, and Ease of Use on the Interest in Paying Zakat Online among Muslim communities in East Java. Background: Indonesia has the largest Muslim population, with East Java second in the country. According to Basnas, East Java zakat potential research technological advances have led to the emergence of online zakat payments to facility in the community. Religious factors, transparency, and ease of use are key determinants of interest in paying zakat online. Identification of problem: when the influence of religiosity has not been clearly proven to those.
Oke ya, sudah terdeteksi dengan baik ya. Cuman ya imut sekali ya, kecil sekali. Tidak terlihat ya, seperti semut ini kalau di saya ya. Nah, kita lanjutkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present my research proposal entitled Description of the Competence Level Training and Supervision of Nazir in the Management of Productive Wakaf in Purworejo Village. Background research. Indonesia has more than 414,000 Wakaf land locations covering over 55,215 hectares. However, many Nazirs still lack adequate understanding of purpose and wakaf management. Although training for Nasir has been conducted, the implementation remains weak due to ineffective supervision. Weak supervision occurs because there is no standard or no no standardized evaluation mechanism or reporting system. As a result, many work of assets such unused land or abandoned building remain unproductive. Based on this issue, this research aims to analyze the competence, training, and supervision of Nasir specifically in Florido Village. Research question. Study seeks to answer four questions. What is the level? Number one, what is the level of Nasir competence in managing non-productive workers in Florido Village? Number two, how effective is the training regime when
Halo, 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 halo.
Iya, Bapak.
Oh iya, maaf ya, putus. Ini tadi
Iya,
sama
Bapak.
apa tadi ya? Oh ini nih Sultan ya, Sultan. Sebentar, Sultan. Nah, Sultan.
That improving work of management skill. How is the supervision system is implemented to what?
Ya, sudah cukup bagus ya, Sultan ya. Kata-katanya sudah terdeteksi ya. Walaupun sama seperti yang lainnya, apa namanya? Tolong itunya ya, eye contact dengan audiens ya, lagi-lagi itu ya masalahnya ya. Nah, ada siapa lagi yang belum ya? Yang ada yang belum? Yang belum siapa? Kalau sudah semua ya, berarti tinggal nah saya belum tahu tuh nanti untuk UASnya gimana ya teknisnya. Nanti akan kita bahas lebih lanjut ya. Tetapi insya Allah nilainya inilah ya, nggak ada yang jelek ya kalau saya yang ngecek, insya Allah ya. Jadi yang penting tolong terus diasah ya bahasa Inggrisnya itu ya, karena nanti akan sangat berguna ya. Bahkan walaupun kalian sudah lulus gitu ya, itu akan sangat berguna di bidang apapun pekerjaanmu ya. Nah itu tolong jangan berhenti belajar ya. Oke, mungkin itu saja ya dari saya untuk hari ini ya. Nah, saya nggak tahu semester depan masih ketemu kalian atau tidak di pelajaran ya. Mungkin ketemu kalian di ini ya, apa namanya? Ruang ujian ya. Mungkin ketemu kalian di ruang ujian. Oke, saya mohon maaf ya kalau ada yang kurang selama pembelajaran kita 1 semester ya. Semoga kalian dapat ilmu yang bermanfaat ya. Kemudian ya inilah ya, cepat lulus semua ya, insya Allah ya, dan segera tercapai cita-citanya. Ada yang ingin bekerja, ada yang ingin menikah ya, atau kuliah lagi ya, semoga dimudahkan oleh Allah ya. Kita akhiri dengan akhir majelis. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik ya. Semoga sukses semua, lancar-lancar. Nanti kalau sudah berhasil jangan lupa sama dosennya ya, main ke kampus ya. Oke.
Iya, Bapak. Terima kasih
Sampai
banyak,
ketemu
Bapak.
lagi. Ya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih banyak, Bapak.
Ya,
Terima kasih,
sama-sama.
Bapak.